All right. Hello. Welcome. This is day 5 of me going live straight. I'm going to go live 7 days straight in honor of the open enrollment for the Fearless Branding Formula program. That is my personal branding and mindset program exclusively designed for women of color. It is designed to help you land a six-figure promotion and increase your salary by $20,000 to $50,000 in 90 days. Whoop, whoop. Regardless of the job market, y'all, regardless of the job market. And this has been such an amazing party, launch, open enrollment time because last night I actually had a client success panel and I allowed everyone to see and hear and meet my clients. They shared their own stories. It got emotional. One of my clients shared how she went from earning less than 37,000 to over 90,000. She actually had a $60,000 salary increase in 90 days. I had another client talk about how she got a raise and promotion from her current job. So even if you're you're like, Latrice, I'm already working. I don't think I want to work for another company, but you want to advance in your career, this program is still for you. We had a client talk about how she got nearly a six-figure remote role in 5 weeks, within 5 weeks of joining the program. It was just amazing, 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 amazing. And so what kind of kept coming up was this repeat of really people wanting to work less and earn more. So I kind of wanted to share some secrets with you all on what we do inside the Fearless Branding program to help our women master kind of how to earn more while working less, right? I know. This is the opposite of what we have been taught. Most women of color, I know myself as a Black woman in America, I was taught you have to work twice as hard for half as much. You have to be twice as good. You have twice as much education. And so, while I do believe at some point that was true, and we needed that as a people, now it holds us back and keeps us stuck in this work, proving cycle. And then we wonder why our boss doesn't have as much education or credentials as us, but he's making twice as much. Or we wonder why the new college kid is now at our same level, making just as much money as we are, because we purposely chose to pause and work twice as hard and do more. And so, look, that's over. And if you're like me in your 40s, not even in my 40s, enough is enough. Enough is enough. So, today's topic: how to work less and earn more as a woman of color. All right, give me a hey, give me a hi, y'all, who is watching. Let me know where you're watching from, where you're joining us from. I've been getting a lot of people from California. I think it's because of the time zone thing. So let me know where you all are joining from. If you have any questions on this topic, what you have been taught, what you have heard about hard work is the key to success. Got to work twice as hard for half as much. Let me know what you all have heard, right? All right. So let me introduce myself. Hey, if you're new to my network, new to my channel, because I'm streaming live on YouTube. Hey, YouTube. Let me say welcome. And I am Latrice Huff, career and leadership coach to women of color. And it is my mission and my movement to put more women of color in positions of power. And I make it my passion and my mission to also help women of color make six figures without sacrificing personal freedom you guys, and family time. I always say family time. I wanted to throw that in because that was another thing that came up last night is so many of our women have family and friends. They're able to live their lives and increase their incomes. And this is just what I'm passionate about. Okay. So if you haven't done so already, be sure to follow me, subscribe to my channel. If you're on LinkedIn, you got to hit the notification bell twice to get notified when I go live. Get notified twice. And if you want to get access to the free workshop, I did a free 3-day masterclass on securing the bag beyond six figures as a woman of color, and get access to the client success panel that I did last night. Put branding in the comments. I'm going to put that on my little banner. Put branding in the comments and we'll send you the link so you can get all access pass to the 3-part branding masterclass and access to my client success panel to hear some inspiring stories. So just put branding in the comments and we'll get that out to you guys. All right. So I have my little notes here because I said I got some things that I want to talk about. How to work less and earn more as a woman of color. And I'll just share with you all my story. For the last 2 years, I really took this to heart and implemented this wholeheartedly, where I readjusted my schedule. I readjusted my client calls when the type of work that I do. I really integrated this into my business and I have made more, I've generated more revenue than I have ever before working all the crazy hours. I had someone tell me, she was like, "Oh, I don't want to start a business because then I'm going to have to work 24/7." And I was like, "Well, who told you that? That's not true." And she was like, "She's not prepared to work 24 hours a day because she has 2 kids." And I was like, "Who told you that?" Like, I have kids, don't work 24 hours a day. I have a multiple 6-figure business. It's simply not true. I learned this when my mom was sick. When my mother got sick and I needed to work less and take care of her. I actually was taking off a week every month to help her after chemo. And I couldn't work during that time. I thought I could, but then I couldn't. But I couldn't let my income drop. And I had to figure out how I could work less and make more money. And that was one of the things that really stuck with me. And I realized I did this before when I was a single mom. I was a single mom of 2 kids, and I was like, I need to make more money, but I couldn't work any more hours. I was already working 40 hours a week. And I was like, I can't work any more hours. In fact, I needed to work less because I had to pick up my kids. Like they needed things, right? Like they needed my time. And so it was then when this idea first even came to me that this was possible. And I kind of slowly implemented. Then when my mom got sick, I was like, okay, I need to do a little more. And now that I've integrated this concept, I call it career life integration. And now that I've integrated it into my career, into my business, I work less and make more. And I have more capacity. I can deal with life's up and downs better. I'm not stressed out all the time. I want you all to see what's on the other side of this because we've been taught one thing, but that way is not sustainable. Working twice as hard for half as much is not sustainable through the entirety of your career or your life. It just equals burnout, babe. It just equals burnout. Okay. So what I want to make sure, all right, so a couple of things that I was like, I want to make sure we get through. Here's my number one tip. You have to position yourself as a strategist and a visionary. A strategist and a visionary versus the implementer. And so many times we pride ourselves on being the implementer, the task person. I can do all the things, I can do all the work, I'll get this done. And we brand ourselves as the get it done person instead of the leader, the visionary, the strategist. I'll make a strategy to get it done versus me having to sit there on the computer and get it done. You want to work less and earn more, you have to position yourself as a strategist versus an implementer. You all have heard me say this before about being the queen bee versus the worker bee. The queen bee strategizes. The queen bee is like, go bring me the nectar of a pink rose. She's not going out getting the rose, getting it herself, right? So position yourself as that queen bee, as the strategist. The job will still get done. The company will still blossom and exceed expectations, but you don't always need to be doing that hard of a work, that like the hard work, okay? Let me know if this makes sense. All right. And my replay people, let me know if hashtag replay. All right. I love seeing the hashtag replay. I'm like, oh, I've noticed I get people live watching, but I get a lot of people watching the replays. So love my replay people. Give me a hashtag replay. I always come back and check the comments as well. So feel free to ask any questions, make any comments, and I will be getting back to you all. Okay. Here's number 2. You have to be known for a specialty. A lot of times we think the more general we are, that the more opportunities it brings, but actually the more specialized you are, and the more you know the problem you solve, like that's your specialty, that problem you solve, you will be able to write your own ticket in places. You're gonna attract different types of opportunities. And I talk to you all a lot about this part of the branding, especially at the six-figure level. It's not just enough to be like, I can do the job. What is the problem that you solve? How do you do the job better, faster, more efficient, and effective than the next person? You have to know the problem that you solve. Okay. And then number three, and this is what I do not hear people talking about enough. You want to learn the secret to how to work less and earn more, especially as a woman of color. You have to know your productivity style, meaning what is the easiest way for you to work. For me, it's videos, so it's communication. So in my business, I do a lot of video. That's easy for me. When I was working in corporate, I spoke to people a lot, one-on-one or in a group. I did a lot of trainings. That was easy for me. That's my most efficient way. How I'm most productive, it seems very easy to me. This doesn't seem like work when I get to do a live, right? Or when I'm like talking to people, that didn't seem like hard work to me, right? However, if you're more introverted and it takes a lot of energy out of you, this may not be for you. Maybe writing is your way, right? Some people are great with like visual content, right? Maybe you're a visual person. Maybe you are someone who's great at that one-on-one communication. Maybe you're most effective at managing Zoom meetings. How are you most productive? You need to know this for you. You need to know this for you. So I work with a lot of women who are neurodiverse. And one of the things that we started doing for them is saying, what is your most productive hours of work, right? Like I can take meetings at 8 a.m. A lot of people are like, do not talk to me before 10, right? I go through with them, what are your most productive work hours? And how are you most productive? Some people are like, Latrice, give me some headphones and keep it quiet. Don't bother me. And I can bang out work for 2, 3 hours. That's their productivity zone. So what we have them do is actually see if they can meet with their boss, their supervisors, and schedule that time for focused work the way they need to. Can we not have meetings around this time? Can I be able to shut my door or put my earphones on? Right. So then they're not working that hard. Like I know people who can get 3 hours of work, like they can get 8 hours of work done in 3 hours because it's their focus time. It's the style they're most productive in. You need to know this for you. You need to know this for yourself. This is also why one of the first questions I ask my clients is like, how do you want to work? Do you like remote? Do you like hybrid? Do you like in the office? I had a client say she likes the 5 days in the office. She was like, this is for her. I have some people that are like, Latrice, I need hybrid all the way. And then other people who are like, if it ain't remote, I'm not working it. You need to know your most productive work style. This will pay you back dividends because what will seem like hard work to you may be easy to someone else. And what may be easy to you may seem like hard work to someone else. Okay. So you need to know your most productive work style. And then my next tip, you need to become a master negotiator. You want to know the secret to how to work less and earn more. You need to become a master negotiator. Inside the Fearless Branding Formula, we have a 2 hour 2 hour negotiating workshop. We actually practice negotiating and do role play to practice negotiating. This is how I help my clients get those high salaries and working less. It's because we practice negotiating. Once you know your most productive style, you then need to work on negotiating that so it can work for you. You have to learn how to negotiate. I read somewhere they said that the average Black woman leaves about $1 million on the table throughout her career from not negotiating. Simply not negotiating. You have to know how to negotiate, okay? And again, if you are like Latrice, we are loving this. You all are more interested in joining the Fearless Branding Formula. I invite you to go to the sixfigurepromotion.com. I'm going to put this up. You can read more about the Fearless Branding Formula, you can enroll directly or you can book a call with me. If you're like, hey, Latrice, I have some questions. I'm loving the program, loving the series. You think it's for you, but you have a couple of questions. Go to sixfigurepromotion.com, click the book a call button with me, and just book a call. We'll get on, we'll talk, we'll see if it's for you. We'll get you enrolled. Okay. I'm so excited. All right. Here's my final tip, then I got a bonus tip. Final tip, you have to overcome imposter syndrome. You have to overcome this. I gotta prove, work. I feeling like you don't belong. You have to overcome that. In order for you to work less and earn more, you have to be in the words of Cat Williams, you have to be in tune with your star player. And you cannot be concerned with this feeling like an imposter all the time, because then you won't speak up. You won't ask for what you want. You won't contribute at this high level. You won't let them know about your strategy and your ideas. You will then default to being the worker bee and that implementer versus the queen bee. Queen bees don't have imposter syndrome. Just let me tell y'all that. You have to overcome this imposter syndrome. Again, inside the Fearless Branding Formula, this is what we help you with. Building your confidence, overcoming imposter syndrome so you can get that role and have the lifestyle that you want. Because it's not just about having the role, it's about being successful in the role. It's about being able to make the money and still take care of your family and be there to go on family vacations. Right. And then here's my bonus tip, you guys. We got to break the rules. Sometimes you have to break these rules. These rules were not designed for you to win, so just go ahead and break them. When I started breaking the rules, that's when my income shot up. In my personal life, in my professional life, in my business, in my career. These rules were designed to kind of keep you confined and keep you in a box. You have to break the rules to win. All right. So thank you. I'm glad you all enjoyed this. Again, if you want access to the free Secure the Bag Beyond Six Figures Branding Masterclass, just put branding in the comments. That is completely free. I'll send that to you all. And you'll get access to my client success panel. And you can hear real stories from real women who are in your exact position and now who are on that other side. They are so inspiring. I recommend everyone listen to this. Such inspiring stories. We got emotional. One of my clients talked about how she went from 35,000 to over 200,000. I mean, just amazing stories from phenomenal women. And I highly recommend you all look at that. And if you're interested in the if you're interested in the Fearless Branding Formula and you want that six-figure promotion, then go to sixfigurepromotion.com. And check me out tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to be doing a full Q&A on the Fearless Branding Formula, answering all the questions that I've been getting, and I'll have all the responses in one place for you guys. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.